Hey everybody, back down in the basement working on the next step, which is to be put in this toilet drain and tap into the existing toilet drain. So this is the drain that's coming from the toilet that's existing in the upstairs room, and then the drain pipe comes down here and connects to the sewer line. This is 3-inch PVC, and if you can see right there, that's where the drain used to be for the toilet that I'm going to install in that bathroom. I'm going to reinstall a toilet, and right up there is where the water line used to go up, but whoever's modified this in the past has taken that out, but I'm going to put it back in. So I had a couple of different ideas. You see this hole is offset from the pipe itself. So I was going to put a Y in here and then go up to this existing hole, but I didn't quite have enough room to do that. Let me move my stool here. No pun intended. Because of this joist here with the Y, it would bring that pipe over here too far. So I looked in the bathroom that we're working on and see if I'm able to move this hole over, which I'll have to move it over about 5 inches, the center, in order to line up with the existing pipe that's coming from the other toilet fixture. So after doing a lot of staring at this and figuring out how I'm going to put this together, I think that's the best option that I've come up with. I can afford to move this toilet over about 5 inches, I think, with doing some measuring, and it's not ideal. It's not exactly what I want, but I'm trying to do this on the cheap and make it functional and reliable. So that's what I've decided to do. So what I'm going to do is cut this pipe. I've made a few pencil marks up there by that screw hole or nail hole about where I need to move that hole over to. And it's not really going to hurt anything because the floor upstairs is unfinished. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to install I bought this 3-inch Y. And then I need to install this on that pipe directly below where I need to put that hole. Actually, it's going to go like this. Directly below where I need to put that hole. And the hard part's going to be getting it lined up so that it's directly above this 3-inch pipe, and make sure I don't cut out too much and create more work for myself. But that's what the plan is. So I'm going to cut this pipe out, find out where I need to cut it. Unfortunately, I have the air conditioner lines right here. That's going to create a challenge to try to get this pipe cut. And all I have is a handsaw. So that's going to be fun. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this pipe out so I can fit this T in there. And then I'll come straight up from the T and connect to the toilet flange that I'm going to install upstairs where I put my wax ring. And this is a 3-inch inner diameter, so this will go right onto an extension that I'll have to put in the top of this. So I'm not going to show me doing the work, but I'll show the results after I tear some things up here. That's the project for today. Now the thing is, to add some more complications to this, I guess, is this current pipe toilet is the only operating toilet we have in the house. So I'm trying to get this done in as minimal time as possible, but I want it to be done right, so I'm trying not to rush. Once I cut this pipe, then we can no longer use that toilet, obviously, until I complete this. So that's the plan, and that's the project for today. Try to get that done, and then show you guys how it worked out. I'm gonna wait to cut my new hole after I cut out the piece of pipe here. And all I'm gonna do is hold this up in there where that hole is gonna be, so I can draw some lines to show where I need to cut that pipe. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. And then clean up the ends of the pipe, test fit this in there, and make sure that I can mark for the hole, and take it back out. I'll cut that hole out. I'll probably drill a couple of test holes in the center from down below here, and then I'll go upstairs, and I have a little jigsaw and a handsaw, but I'm going to be using that little jigsaw to cut that hole out so I can fit this flange through the floor and connect it to the pipe. Anyway, come on along for the ride. It should be a hoot. We'll come back when I get something done here. Okay, I got that piece cut out. That was neither easy or fun, but it's done. Got the ends cleaned up so I can test fit the Y in there, or the 90. So let me show you what I'm doing. Again, this is not how you do it, this is how I'm doing it. So right or wrong, this is the way I'm going to do it. I want to make sure that the elbow is as vertical as I can be, so hopefully if the floor is somewhat level, the pipe will be going up through the floor 90 degrees to the floor. So all I'm doing is I took a small level here and put it right on this piece right here, because I think that's pretty well square to the hole, and I just want that to be level. And this is all assuming that the floor is level too, up there, up above. So I put that up there, and then I'm trying to get relatively level on the bulb. And then I'm gonna mark this pipe here and over here, so that when I put it in with the glue, I can get it set in the proper position. And then I'm also gonna take this and mark on the floor in 4 or 5 places all the way around, so that I generally know where I can get a center mark for the hole that I'm going to put in there. And then I'm going to take that piece back out and get the hole drilled in the floor. So I cut both sides just slightly less distance between than what I needed, because this side has a flex on it, and I want this piece pushing in and this piece pushing in, so I have a tight fit with both of those ends inserted in that Y fitting as tightly as possible. Now, good thing is none of this is under pressure. It's just a gravity feed drain pipe. Shouldn't be under pressure unless you got a problem. So to get it leak free should be pretty simple, as long as I have good clean ends and I put plenty of primer and glue on those joints, and then get it set in there in the right position. Hold pressure on it for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever I got to do until it'll hold, and then I should be good. But to get that piece in, I've got the worst part done. The next part would be getting that marked up and then drilling the hole in the floor. We'll bring it back when I get done with that. Alright, I'm upstairs in the future bathroom. I drilled a hole from below. This is the spot that the old flange used to be, and they've tried to cover this up and smooth it out. I'll have to do a little smoothing work on that, but here's the center of the old hole, and then I drilled from below a center for the new hole and traced an outline. It's going to be about a 4-inch hole in order to fit the bottom of this flange through. And this pencil line right here is 12.5 inches from the edge of the wall. Should be 12 inches, but I'm going to put up some sheetrock. It'd be about a 1/2 inch sheetrock, so that extra 1/2 inch. And it just happens to be that this is about centered with the old hole, so I know it's probably going to be in the right place. Not 100%, but I'm pretty confident. So now I just need to drill out a bigger hole so I can get my drill bit through there. I'll drill this over on the edge somewhere. And then I'm going to use my El Cheapo, where'd it go, Harbor Freight saw to cut that hole out. And hopefully everything lines up. I'm just hoping that I have enough depth here to make it all the way through the floor. If not, I'll have to come up with another idea. I think it will be, but I'll know once I drill this hole. Then I can measure. I can measure through that hole too, but find out if it's going to be deep enough. And then I'm going to cut that hole out. So we'll get back with you when I finish that. All right, there it is. I know you probably can't see down through there too well. Let me get my light. And it looks like I'm lined up on the pipe. So that's good news. It's not a perfectly round hole, but it's round enough. Hopefully after I get the T in there, it lines up just right. And one thing for sure is the fitting does fit in the hole. So now I'm going to go down below, put the fitting in, and come back up and just check it. And if it looks good, I'm going to glue it. All right, guys, I got it finished up. Got the T in there and the flange, all that's glued in. And the flange has a cap on it that I'll remove once I get ready to install the toilet so we don't get sewer gases in the house. We just did a flush leak test and it seems to be okay. So now I've got one toilet there and one toilet drain there, both going into the one pipe and then down the line. So next project is this is the sink drain, or toilet sink drain. And I'm going to connect this bathtub drain with a trap right here into the side of it so that it can continue to go down and drain. So that'll be my next one. I'm just not going to do that one today. This was enough. It took me several hours, but was able to complete it, and it's not leaking yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed. One step farther ahead on the old bathroom remodel. So thanks for watching along if you stuck through the whole thing, and have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.